So in this video today, I want to talk to you about, and I'm going to tell you why you are not losing weight even though you're in a calorie deficit, or you think you're in a calorie deficit. Now, in order for us to understand this calorie deficit, which is an energy expenditure, we need to understand what goes into an energy expenditure. So firstly, the biggest thing that we're going to look at is basal metabolic rate, TEF, NEAT, and then exercise. So the biggest portion of your energy expenditure throughout the day will definitely be your basal metabolic rate. That's like what you're burning, or the calories that you're burning at rest. When you're lying on the bed, not doing anything, just breathing, staying alive, that's the calories that you burn. It's almost like at home, just keeping the lights on. The second thing is the thermo effect of food. This is TEF abbreviated. Now, this is what, when you eat something, your body needs to process that. It needs to absorb it, it needs to emulsify it. So there's a certain amount of energy that goes into being able to process that food. The energy is very little. It can be anywhere from 1, 2 to 3% of your total daily expenditure. So it's not a great deal. The second part that I want to jump to is the exercise. Now, this is a part where people think that this is where the biggest bang for their buck is. If I exercise, I'm going to lose weight. Exercise is actually a really poor regulator of calorie control, just due to the minimum effects of it have. I mean, in an hour session, you can burn anywhere from 300 to 600, 700 calories if you're really fit. The problem that we have here is people look at their watches, their smartwatches, and it says, oh, I burned 1,000 calories in an hour session. Well, it's actually been shown that smartwatches can be wrong anywhere from 20 to 91%, depending on the model and the brand. So it's not a really reliable source to get calorie burning from. Now, it is something at least which gives you a ballpark figure, but just note that there will be some discrepancy in the variant of how accurate it actually is. The second thing is that, and I'm not saying that exercise is not healthy. I'm not saying that at all. Exercise is very healthy. I am biased to movement and exercise. What I'm saying is exercise is not your biggest bang for your buck when you're looking to lose weight. What really is the biggest bang for your buck is something called NEAT. Now, NEAT is non-exercise active thermogenesis. This is the type of burning that you do while fidgeting, moving around, waving your arms when you talk to people, sitting, tapping your feet while you're sitting, jittering a pencil with your fingers. This is the stuff that you cannot control. This is not your active, conscious active calories that you burn. This is your non-conscious active calories. Now, let me explain this to you, because a lot of the times athletes want to lose weight. They get to like this. This is NEAT. I wasn't intentionally doing it. It just happens as I'm waving my arms. A good example. So anyway, let's get back to the point. So athletes come and they want to lose weight, and this is great. And then they reduce their calorie intake by 500 calories, and they say, oh, I'm going to exercise more, I'm going to burn extra 400. So technically you're 900 calories here in a deficit. But the problem is, food labels have also been shown, or can be, from 20 to 30% inaccurate in the amount of calories that they show. So we have our watches telling us, smartwatches telling us one thing. We have the amount of calories that we consume from packaging information or food labels, another thing. So this is already a massive percentile of what it can deviate to any position and inaccuracy. So let's say we are still in the perfect world where everything is correctly correlated. So we are down about 900 calories. But it's been shown that NEAT, non-exercise active thermogenesis, can play anywhere between 300 to 1,000 calories in some recent studies that we can burn throughout the day. Now, your body is not stupid. If your body detects that you're giving it less food, you're taking less nutrients in, your body will down-regulate NEAT. It means you will become more lethargic, you will sit around, you will jitter less. And this goes the opposite for people wanting to actually increase weight as well. They start increasing the amount of calories they take, and the body detects, oh, I have an increased amount of calories from the norm that I get, so I increase my NEAT, I increase my jittery, my restlessness, I increase my non-exercise active thermogenesis. So even though you think you're in a calorie deficit, you really aren't in a calorie deficit due to this NEAT aspect. Now, a good way to judge this is obviously to get some data. So you climb on the scale every day in the morning from just waking up. It's the first thing you do. Then you average your weight out throughout the week. Then you take your prescription or your method or your plan, and you start attempting to lose weight. You reduce your calories, you reduce your food, and then you measure how much weight you lose in the second week on an average. If you didn't lose any weight, you know that you were not in a true calorie deficit. You will have to reduce the calories more, or you need to increase your activity more. Now, increasing activity is very hard. Decreasing calories is way easier. For an example, 80 to 100 calories is a 1 mile walk. So in order just to get 80 to 100 calories less, you have to eat one block of chocolate or a little block of chocolate less. That's easier to do than now going out for a mile walk, which is going to take you 15 minutes probably. So it just goes to show that the inaccuracies that we get from smartwatches and food labeling can be a cause of why you are not losing weight. The other thing that you need to remember, which I'm paraphrasing now again, is that your body will down-regulate its energy expenditure based on how much food you take in. So although you cannot control NEAT, you still need to try to maintain the same lifestyle as you did before when you are in a calorie deficit. Okay? So people always find it funny when I say, oh, I'm going to have a diet now, or I'm going to go into a diet because I want to lose some weight. And then I go and I eat a hamburger, or I drink a fizzy drink, which is sugar-free. For me, sugar-free fizzy drink, it has that sweetener in it, which helps me to control the sweet tooth. And the burger, I know I'm having a high amount of quality protein with my fats and my carbs. And I know that I'm going to be in a very big deficit, and my exercise and my lifestyle is more or less the same. So again, paraphrasing, track the amount of weight you lose, average it out through a week, do it in a 2-week space, do the intervention, see if you're losing weight. If you're not losing weight, I can almost guarantee you, you are not in a calorie deficit. Okay. I hope this helped. If you really enjoyed this, please hit that subscribe button now. Comment down below if you've got any questions. We'd love to answer that. And see you guys next time. Peace.